Are you looking for a challenge in Football Manager 2024? Then look no further than this video because I'm going to give you my top 5 challenges you can do right now in Football Manager. Coming in at 5th place is the Sir Alex Ferguson challenge. And the Sir Alex Ferguson challenge is a simple one. He took over Manchester United on the 6th of November. And that's exactly what you do. They were in 19th place at the time. So you simulate and go on holiday until the 6th of November in your save. See who is 19th place in the league. Now, you can do this in any league, but I've picked the Premier League to replicate Sir Alex Ferguson. And in this example, you would add yourself as a manager at Bournemouth, who are currently sitting in 19th place in the Premier League, and go on to build a legacy as one of the biggest and best clubs in England, replicating what Sir Alex Ferguson did with Manchester United all of those years ago. Now, you don't have to do this in the Premier League. You could do this in any league you wanted. You could make it your own. But I feel like making it in the Premier League is making it more realistic and makes the Sir Alex Ferguson challenge one of the best and fun challenges you can do, because you could end up with so many different teams in that 19th spot. I mean, would you get lucky? Could you get a team that underperforms in the first 11 games of the season, or will you get a perennial relegation battled team? Let me know in the comments below. And if you love save ideas videos, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel, because I've got so many of these on here. No East German side has ever won the Bundesliga. They've never been champions of Germany. So the aim of this challenge is simple: become the first ever manager to lead an East German club to Bundesliga glory. Now, the East German challenge is possible with the normal database. You don't have to download anything, and there are a lot of teams to choose from, such as Dynamo Dresden, Ergebetse Aue, I've definitely killed that name, Hallerscher in the 3rd Bundesliga. You've got Magdeburg and Hansa Rostock, who I'm recommending here. But if you want to make it a lot easier for yourself, you could pick RB Leipzig or Union Berlin. Now, I'm going to pick Hansa Rostock because I think this is a good team to pick on this type of save. They're in the Bundesliga 2nd division. The club vision is fairly straightforward: become an established team in Bundesliga 2, be competitive in the Pokal, work within the budget. So a nice introduction to East German football there. In terms of the finances, they've got £1.4 million in the bank and £4 million of debt with a 90k payable per month. So you want to get to the Bundesliga as quick as humanly possible with this side. I think it's going to be a great challenge. I mean, some of the players they've got in their squad are very, very good, in my humble opinion, for this level. They've got some good players in Svante Ingolson, who is a very much a utility man, can play everywhere. His attributes are unbelievable. Bit of a cheap beast, to be perfectly honest with you. Can play left mid, right mid, centre mid, holding midfield, wing backs, striker, even if you wanted to as well. So, hey, go and get Svante Ingolson. What a player he is. And they've got Vasilidis as well, another Greek player. I have a soft spot for Greek players during my Aris save. But the East German save, will you be the first manager to take an East German side to Bundesliga glory and break Bayern Munich's dominance? Third on my list is a builder nation save. Now, you can use any nation you want for this. I wouldn't recommend using big nations like England, France, or whoever's big in the coefficiency. So if you're in South America, Brazil, Argentina, or if you're in the Middle East, Saudi Arabia, those kind of nations that are big in the coefficiency, because what you want to do is make your league the best league in the coefficiency that you're going for. So in this example, I'm using Gibraltar. It's one of the lowest ranked leagues in Europe, and it would be great to see them overtake the Premier League one day. Now, what a challenge that is. These Builder Nation saves are all the rage these days. These are one of the most popular things you will see on YouTube, Twitch, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. Wherever you go, someone is doing a Builder Nation, and they are one of the most fun challenges you can take on in Football Manager. All you have to do is make your league the biggest and the best league in the European coefficiency. So, for example, here we'll go to the competition reputation, and as you can see, for Europe, it's the Premier League, La Liga, and Germany. Hence why I was saying don't pick some of the big nations. I wouldn't even pick a league that's in the top 10, to be perfectly honest. I recently did this with a league that was in the top 21, and that is the Greek league. I made it the best league in Europe on this channel. It was a great experience. I also took on the added challenge of winning the Euros and the World Cup with Greece. That isn't traditionally part of this challenge, but I like to add that in as part of an additional extra if you wanted to. And I would find that quite fun with Gibraltar. And you could pick any team in the Gibraltar League for this challenge. I've gone with Man 62 just simply because they are called the Red Devils, and Man United are one of the biggest clubs in the world. And it would be fun to get a Gibraltar version, bigger and better than the actual Red Devils. I mean, what a challenge that would be. The club vision is simple. It's finished mid-table. In terms of the finance, it is going to be small in Gibraltar, 16k, no debt. So, hey, £16,000 in the bank is all the rage these days. But they've got some good players. Jonathan van der Poel is very, very good attributes for this league. Played for teams like William Tway, Fortuna Sittard as well. He is absolutely stacked for this league. Aldir Ruiz as well is a Cuban international playing in Gibraltar. Not two nations you normally see him playing together. But on Football Manager, anything can happen and anything is possible. And I love the fact that you've got a Cuban international at the football club. Renan is a Brazilian player who looks absolutely stacked for the Gibraltarese league as well. Will you take on a builder nation? Will you make potentially Gibraltar, Latvia, Slovenia, those smaller nations into the biggest and best leagues in their coefficiencies? In second place, and I feel like this is one of the best challenges you can do in Football Manager right now, is the Local Hero Challenge. And I've picked the obvious choice. I've picked Atletico Bilbao because they can only use Basque players from that local area. But you can do this with absolutely any team you want. So, for example, if you wanted to do it with Arsenal Football Club, you have to sign players that are just from London. Or if you wanted to get very specific, only from North London, you could do it that way. You could do any teams like Manchester United and only have players from Manchester. You could pick Leeds, any team, any players from Leeds, all of that sort of stuff. You can make it as hard or as easy as you want. You could do it as well as you want. I mean, I think this challenge is one of the ones I want to tick off my bucket list one day. I've never done it. I feel like it's a great challenge. Bilbao, such a great club as well. And they've got some decent club vision to kick it off. Qualify for the Europa League, reach the later stages of the Spanish Cup as well. We all know about Atletico Bilbao. Finances is not going to be an issue because you're not buying and selling players that often. 27 million in the bank, no debt. Their squad, well, they've got some crack players. The Williams brothers are two of the best players on the game, in my opinion. Inaki Williams just never gets injured, always plays, scores hella goals for them as well. Nico Williams is the up-and-coming young talent. He's an unbelievable baller. You'd get big money for him, but obviously you want to keep them because there isn't many replacement options that you can have out there, as well as Unai Simon in goal, one of the best goalkeepers, Spain's #1. You can't argue with that. Will you take on the Local Hero Challenge? And if you do, let me know in the comments below if you've done this, if you're going to do it, and what team you're doing it with, because I would love to see those saves. Next up on my list is the Journeyman Challenge. Now, there's very different Journeymans that you can do with so many different objectives. But the main thing of the Journeyman is obviously starting unemployed and with the lowest coaching badges possible. So no badges, Sunday League, footballer experience as well. So having really low attributes, working your way up and getting those coaching badges to make you a better manager. Now, my top tips for a Journeyman would be to start off in a league that you don't know. You don't want to put the English leagues in there. I think that would just be a little bit of a pointless exercise. Like an Asian Journeyman would be incredible, an Eastern European Journeyman, or even a South American Journeyman, something a little bit different. Or you could work your way home. So you could start off in one nation that's furthest away from home, and if your home nation happens to be England, then you know, once you get all the badges and you're a bigger and better manager, then going back to England would be possible at that stage. There's so many different ones. I've actually done a video on the top 5 Journeymans that you can do on this channel, so go and check that out. But I think this is the best challenge you can do in Football Manager. It is probably the most popular challenge at the moment, and probably will remain the most popular challenge because it has so many different connotations, so many different things that you can do in this save, and just it's a fun journey. Like, you don't have to take it seriously. There's no mega targets of having to win all these titles all the time. You can just mill around, take different clubs to different levels, get bigger and better jobs, and expand your coaching knowledge and expand your football knowledge by doing a Journeyman challenge. I think it's the best one. Go out and do it if you haven't done it. And if you have done it, let me know in the comments. I want to know what your best Journeyman save was. And if you love these save videos and you love this type of content, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you on another video.